Solving systems of equations using substitution. The two equations we're going to work with today are in slope-intercept form. They are in the form of y equals mx plus b. Our first equation is y equals 4x minus 9, and then we've got y equals 7x. First, we're going to figure out what is the y-intercept of these equations. So the y-intercept is where a line crosses the y-axis of a graph. This point will always have an x-coordinate of 0. So knowing that it will always have an x-coordinate of 0, we can look at our two equations and plug in 0 for the x-coordinate. So now all we have to do is solve for the y value. So we have y equals 4 times 0, which is 0. Then we need to subtract 9. So our y-coordinate for this, our y-intercept, or the y-coordinate would be y equals negative 9. So the y-intercept of this line is negative 9. For this one, we plugged in 0 for the x, so we have 7 times 0 is 0. So for this equation, the y-intercept is 0. When they are in the form of y equals mx plus b, it's nice because all you have to do is look at this back here and figure out this b value is where it crosses the y-axis. So in this one, all we have to do is look at the equation, and it has negative 9 as the b, so that means it crosses the y-axis at negative 9. This, we don't have anything over here, so that means it's automatically 0. It crosses the y-axis at 0. So the slope, or the constant rate of change, when an equation is in the form of y equals mx plus b, this m value is our slope, or it's a constant rate of change. It is what the graph is going up or down by each time the x value changes. So for this one, the slope of this formula would be 4, because we've got 4 times x. It is the coefficient of x. Here we've got y equals 7x. Well, 7 is our slope because it's what's being multiplied by x. So now we're going to work on finding the point of intersection. We're going to solve this system of two equations. So we've got our two equations, and to do this, we're going to use substitution. So we are just going to substitute one equation in for the y value of the other. So we're going to set our equations equal to one another. So we've got 4x minus 9 is equal to 7x. So now all we need to do is solve for x. So we are going to get our x's together. We're going to subtract 4x from both sides. 4x minus 4x is just going to leave us 0x over here, so we're not even going to write it. And then we've got 7x minus 4x, so we end up with 3x on this side, and we still have our negative 9 over here. Now we want to get x by itself, so we need to divide both sides by 3. And now we are going to come up with, we've got negative 3 equals x, because negative 9 divided by 3 would be negative 3. So our x value is negative 3. And now that we have our x value, we can take our x value in and plug it in for the x in one of the equations. I think this equation is simpler, so I'm going to plug in negative 3 for the x over here. So we've got 7 times negative 3, which is equal to 21. So that means the point where these two lines will intersect is at negative 3, 21, because we figured out that our x value was negative 3, and by plugging that into the equation, we could figure out the y value is negative 21. So these two lines will intersect at negative 3, negative 21.